All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Terrible Talk, where we do old school commentaries and pretend it's still 2008. First of all, shout out to Jay Schlatt. 100% a big reason why I'm finally coming around to doing this. I really think YouTube is missing this old, very simplistic style of videos. It's gotten super overwhelming. The over-the-top editing, the super loud yelling, fake energy. I think this series here is not only going to fill a small hole for some people, but really do a lot for me, honestly. YouTube is something, and I've said this a million times, I've done it for more than 10 years and just failed, constantly failed every single time, every day, year after year after year. And then one day the thought hit me, I just want to start a channel that nobody knows about. I'm not going to tell anybody about it. I don't want anybody to watch it. One of the reasons being that I always felt if somebody knew about my channel, it would alter the way that I make my videos, because I'm making the video with people in mind that maybe I don't want them to see me a certain way. Maybe I want to put up a couple of filters, a couple walls to keep myself protected. And the best way to avoid that was making a channel, telling nobody, and just doing the first thing that came to my mind. And that is how this channel started. I was in a private match on Nuketown and I'm just running around. I think I'm just trying to figure out what am I going to make videos about. And I just started talking about one of these damn books that are on the bookshelf. I think it says something about Maxis, whatever. It's got some lore to it, right? And I just randomly start talking about it. I'm playing a game that I love, and that's all that mattered. That got some views. I kind of fell into this whole looking into the details of older games, looking into the lore, and I think it just grabbed a very big portion of the community, and people loved it. It was a way to experience a game that was old and make it feel a little bit new, a little bit fresh. You know, the old Call of Duty just had a lot of layers to them, honestly, and if you played it as a kid, you obviously missed a lot of stuff because you're just playing the game. You have no idea about World War II, all these prominent figures. At least I didn't. You know, I went to a city school. Maybe I'm a little bit less educated than the average person, most likely. Also didn't really do good in school anyway, so. But there was a lot to talk about with Call of Duty, and I eventually just, every day I would come home from work and I had a million ideas of videos I could make. And these are all YouTube shorts. I didn't post any long form for a bit. I mainly focused on shorts, and that is how I cultivated the old school Call of Duty cult that exists. I mean, you guys are insane, but I understand it because I have like the deepest passion and love for these games. I mean, you literally can teleport back to your childhood and so many memories come back, and it was just one of the greatest times ever. I mean, imagine you're on this multiplayer game, and this is all still pretty new, right? Playing online, talking to all of your friends, being able to play a game with them while talking to them was just some of the craziest dopamine I think a child could experience. And it probably wasn't good. I think the amount of gaming that I did when I was young handicapped me as a person. Like, it really hindered my social skills. It probably really hindered my ability to learn, for sure. So there's definitely the pros and cons, but 100% it was like this magical thing that so many people can relate to. They all know the feeling, and that is 100% why it worked. It was because I finally started making videos about something that was so much more powerful than myself. It just had to succeed. Now, of course, I might have never figured that out if I gave up the first year, second year, fifth year, 10th year, whatever. But I don't know, for some reason, it was one of those things I couldn't give up. I always felt like one day I'm going to be old and I'm going to think about the fact that I used to try to do this YouTube thing and I never successfully did it. Now, for me, this channel is a success. I don't need 1 million subscribers. I no longer feel the need to chase it as much as I did when I was doing some of my best numbers, which at the end of the day, it's YouTube Shorts. It kind of doesn't count, you know? There's a reason they made that 100K plaque a lot smaller than it used to be, and it's because there's a lot more people getting 100K plaques. But it's definitely a dangerous game looking at your numbers, and you know, when you start doing really good, the scariest thing ever is posting a video that does not perform, because at a certain point you can only go down. You can only get so many views and just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. You know, eventually you're gonna burn out. Eventually you can't force these videos. You can't pretend you're excited and then feel good when you're done making the video. You're not gonna feel good. And I figured that out pretty fast because I'm at the point now where I have a family, I have a job. I 1,000,000% do not need to do YouTube, and I think that's my biggest tool that I have, is the fact that I don't have to do it. My videos do not have to do good, and I've kind of come to terms with that, and it honestly feels a lot better. It feels like I'm back at that first video, and I'm making the decision to just do what I want to do and not chase the numbers. With that being said, the funny thing about this series is I really feel like I'm not that good at talking. You guys see the videos edited, so you might think I'm a better speaker than I really am, but there is some long pauses in between some of these words because a lot of the times I don't even know where I'm going, but I think that's okay. I want to talk with some type of purpose. I want to talk about something, but how amazing is it? It's 2025, and these games that came out in 2007, 2008, 9, 10, these games built this channel. You guys built this channel. This channel is literally a collection of games, moments, and emotions that we all know and love. And to think in 2025, I'm making a classic Call of Duty commentary is because 12 years ago, I was playing Call of Duty Ghosts, making a commentary. And I'm actually going to show you guys. I'm going to put it in this video. This has 34 views 12 years ago, and I had 42 subscribers with 1 like on this video, 1 comment.
And I'm playing Call of Duty Ghosts. I can just see so much more. Like, everything is a lot more clear. Everything's more sharp and crisp. It just feels way better of an experience. I'm still getting used to it. You might see some of these shots, my shot is a little bit off because it is kind of hard to, like, this is my first game, so I'm kind of still getting used to the paddle. The joysticks are a little bit more loose than the Xbox 360, so you got to get used to how fast they move.
A child, and I have videos older than that. The first video I think I ever recorded was Slender Man on the PC when it first came out, where you would collect the notes. Shout out to my cousin Mikey. He is probably the reason that I'm here right now and I have a YouTube channel. He showed me, I would go over my grandmother's house. He had a PC. He knew how to record the screen, record the voice. I don't know if you guys remember Fraps. That's how you would record the screen, the gameplay. And I remember we would turn on a horror game and leave each other in the room with the lights off to play alone. Our goal was to see who could really do it, who could sit there in the dark and play some scary ass game on the computer. And that is 100% when I fell in love with the idea of being able to record something, put it together, and present it to other people for them to enjoy it, which nobody really did for 12, 13 years. I don't know, however long it's been. But I say all that to say thank you, first of all. I don't know why this low key is making me a little bit emotional. I appreciate y'all, and I just want to appreciate the opportunity that I've been given. And at the very least, I want to be here every Thursday talking about who knows what. You know, if you guys have topics, you can leave it in the comments. Even if we want to do the thing where you send me an email, if you have anything personal that you need to get off your chest, maybe you would want me to talk about it. Or I don't really want to say give advice, because I'm sure there's very few topics or situations where I'm going to be able to give you guys advice. But nonetheless, we get to hang out for a few minutes, play Call of Duty, talk about life, and hopefully make YouTube a little bit more grounded in reality and keep ourselves away from the bullshit. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to officially wrap up the first episode. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles, my brother.